Hi, I'm Chas, and you're watching Chas's Crazy Creations. Let's get started. So we go through a lot of recycled bottles in our lifetime, and what do you do with the bottle? You can recycle it, or what can you use it for? Well, this is an old lemon juice bottle, and I've taken off the label and cleaned it up. And the next step that I'm going to do is wipe the whole thing down with a rubbing alcohol prep pad. This will help free it of any oil, dirt, debris that's left before we move on to our next step. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this all the way around, and then we'll move on. Next, I'm going to be using some adhesive stencils. I'm going to carefully remove the stencil from the back. Sometimes stencils are fragile and you can tear them if you're not slow and careful enough. So we're just going to go ahead and make sure we remove it carefully, like so. Next, we're going to try to center it up and place the stencil onto our bottle. You're going to go ahead and smooth it all out, and you're going to push any bubbles, and you're going to get a good seal by pushing down firmly all the way until the whole thing is on there nice and firm so that any paint won't leak underneath the stencil. Now, a lot of stencils might only go halfway around. So one thing you want to do is either do half of it and then finish, or you can buy 2 stencils and overlap them, or decide how you want to do that. Once you have your stencil on, it's time to choose your paint. And I'll be using Apple Barrel Indoor-Outdoor Multi-Surface Paint. You'll want to make sure that you choose a paint that is okay for glass. And you can always find out the information on the back, and it tells you things like cure times and what surfaces they're good for. Now I've placed my white paint onto the tray, and I'm going to dip my brush in it like this, but then I'm going to choose to offload it because all this extra will cause bleeding. So you basically want to remove almost as much paint as you possibly can. And then you go onto your glass and start tapping it on and moving around. If you need more, you dip it in the paint, offload again, and continue on. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this until my whole stencil all the way around is coated. Once you've stenciled all the way around and you've gotten what the look is you're going for, you want to carefully remove the stencil and go slow again so that the stencil all removes without getting stuck on your glass. Slow and steady is key. And the great thing about using these kind of stencils is they're reusable. So you'll be able to go ahead and use them again once they dry, or you can wash them off and put them back on their back. You can use them again down the road. So I'll go ahead and finish removing the other side. So I've removed the stencil, and now I'm just going to go ahead and let this dry completely, and I'm going to honor those cure times on the back of the paint bottle. So while it's drying, let's talk about what you can use these for. So you can fill it with water and use it to serve water at family gatherings or just at your dinner table. I often leave one of these with a little stopper on top in my room so that I can use it if I get thirsty in the evenings. You can use it as a vase. You can use it just as a decorative piece on your mantle or somewhere in your home. You can fill it with things like avocado oil or olive oil and put a stopper on top. Just about anything that you would put in this, you can put in a new glass. So you could also infuse things in it. You could give them away as gifts that way. You could fill it with bath salts, or maybe just even soap. Like if you make your own laundry soap, you can store it in one of these decorative vases or bottles or whatever you want to call it. So there are so many options for using a recycled bottle. So one of the things that I love are these bottle lights, and this particular kind you can twist to turn it on, and it charges via USB, which I absolutely love. You can also get the kind that has a little switch and has fairy lights, and I've done that with bottles as well. So with my bottle here, I'm going to be placing this light into the bottle, and we're going to be placing it in our bathroom for a nice glow when we have guests. And that way I can charge it via day and use it in the evenings. Here it is in our bathroom, ready to create a nice glow for our guests. Again, I'm Chas, and thanks for watching Chas's Crazy Creations, and I'll see you next time. I hope this inspires you to try a stenciled bottle project of your own. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.